Hello, thank you. Whether you're writing a term paper or writing a book or something else, I bet each and every one of you has found yourself facing a creative challenge that had you stuck. If you could just think a little harder or research a little more or extend that deadline, you might figure it out, right? Or will you? I find that in order to get unstuck, I first have to get out of my head. I'm going to take you to the place and time where I first learned this lesson. Let me introduce you to the 26-year-old me. Aww. I listened to The Cure on CD repeatedly. I was never going to get married, since been proven false. And I was working on a very challenging project that had me stuck at a design consultancy that I was working at. This project was to study cardiac interventions, specifically related to the treatment of chronic total occlusions. You might ask what that is. It is when a coronary artery is almost completely blocked, and it takes a long time for them to develop. We were charged with coming up with a solution that was going to improve this procedure as well as improve patient outcomes. That solution might have taken the form of a piece of imaging software, or it might have taken the form of a medical device or a new service. Very cool to have an open-ended mandate like that for a designer. At the time, all I could think was, chronic total what? And me? Are they kidding? You see, I felt uniquely unqualified to work on this particular challenge because of doctors and hearts of their patients and their lives. But this was what we were asked to do, so we went for it. I worked with a small team, and we dove in. We read books on interventional cardiology. We talked to professors to understand the terminology. We interviewed many radiologists, cardiologists, nurses, technicians, and teams. And we watched nearly 100 hours in scrubs of procedures at teaching institutions around the globe. We studied. We documented time codes, we cataloged devices, workarounds, strategies, nose to monitor, codifying and analyzing. And as the due date was looming, closer and closer it got, more and more stressed and cranky we became, we had nothing. I mean, we had a lot of analysis. But we were completely stuck. And then it happened. I'm going to take you to this setting-ish, and I'm going to play the role of myself and my design partner. The situation is we're in our design studio. I'm at my computer typing, listening to The Cure on my headphones, and sketching a little bit, and this is how it starts. Here we go. Show me, show me, show me how you do that trick. The one that makes me scream, she said. The one that makes me laugh, she said. Threw her arms around my head. Show me how you do it, and I promise that I'll run away with you. I can't deal. I need a break. Why do I do this for a living anyways? I should have been a slacker. I was almost a slacker. This again. Every time you get stressed out, we get close to a deadline, you want to bail. All right, whatever. Let's do it. Let's give up. Let's be slackers. Smart ass. Well, we got to start somewhere. What is the smallest possible thing we could focus on? Small. I guess the lesion. I mean, the artery is like 3 millimeters. I mean, that's small. Not exactly what I meant, but all right, we have to start somewhere. All right, so what do we know? Describe it. All right, well, the lesion. It's hard like cement. It's gummy in some spots. Every body, every vessel's different, so it can be located right before there's a big twist and a turn. And because it's completely blocked almost, the doctor, when they inject the contrast liquid, they can't see through it. And so they're navigating blind. So they're trying all different types of devices to get across to understand the shape of the lesion. I don't know, it's your turn now. What have they tried that you know about? Okay, well, typically they use a lot of wires to kind of interrogate the face of the lesion. They bring up microcatheters so that there's support and they try to navigate. Some companies are using ultrasound. Some are trying things that are like drills, which is kind of crazy. Can you imagine? It's like being at the dentist's office and the patient's awake. The whole thing is, it kind of reminds me of a video game. It's like they're watching the civilization, planning their strategies, and then they grab their weapon and they go into battle. It's first person then. Like a video game. But it's like the world's smallest video game. Maybe that's our problem. We shouldn't design stuff that's so small. We should make it bigger. That's it. It's like Honey, I Shrunk the Kids. Make it bigger, and we make ourselves smaller. Okay, I'm the vessel and the lesion. See what you can do to get across me. I'm coming at you with the drill. Get away from me with that thing. All right, what else? I'm gonna karate chop. Come on, be serious. Oh, I should be serious. Okay. Pac-Man. I'm gonna eat my way across the lesion. That's a good idea. Except for the arms open up a little bit too wide, but like the face of the lesion, his face is round. He can come up to the lesion and support it and then stick out his tongue. It's like the French kissing Pac-Man. You're gross. And it's not a tongue. It's more like a crowbar. Like a crowbar. Yeah, Pac-Man's round face comes up to the lesion, supports it, and then his face extends, and he opens it up slowly. It's gentle. It's the reverse Pac-Man. It's the reverse Pac-Man. And that was the moment, and we knew it. Now, you're not going to find the reverse Pac-Man in the market. I know you're all excited about this. But the reverse Pac-Man inspired the acquisition of a company, the creation of a device that is now treating chronic total occlusions today successfully. Pac-Man is saving lives. And you might wonder why you care about this story. Because all of you acknowledged in the beginning that you get stuck sometimes. And to get unstuck, I remember the reverse Pac-Man and the lessons I learned from it. And here's what those are. Lose yourself in the subject. There's always going to be a lot of due dates and pressure and people trying to stress you out. And the reality is your ego gets all in the mix. And what we need to do is we need to forget ourselves. And we need to focus on learning as much as we possibly can about the domain that we're trying to create something for. And then we need to forget all that and limit the universe, because human beings are horrible at multitasking. And if we're trying to track with all those different problems that we're solving at the same time, we're not going to make progress on any of them. Finally, 2 brains are better than 1, because in the beginning, we were all getting cranky when we were getting into analysis paralysis mode. But then when we started playing around and talking to each other, the different perspectives helped us to make progress. You can't control your way to innovation. And what I mean by that is, when you are in the middle of solving a problem, the problem paralyzes you. And if you can forget that for a moment and realize that this wave is a thing that you have to ride every single time, and trust that you will get across it, you'll be okay. And people that are having fun think better. Your cranky coworkers don't want to work with you when you're stressing them out and threatening to quit in the middle of a project. So take time to play. Take time to hang out with one another. And from that release and getting a little emotional distance from what you're working on, you're likely to solve the problem. And finally, get out of your head. Thank you.